Very basically, you may know some of the basic facts, but very simply put, on the morning of 21st August, Dinesh was in a car with several friends, and there were another 2 cars that also included friends of theirs. Suddenly the police cars came and blocked them. Police officers, we do not know the exact number, it could be 5 to 6 police officers, exited the vehicle with pistols. Now these were unmarked cars, nobody knew they were police, they were not wearing uniform. They exited from the vehicle and they started shooting indiscriminately. Now, we've been doing or taking up this kind of shooting cases for many years, and I have to say at the outset, this is one of the most shocking and worst cases of police abuse and police shooting that I've seen in a long time. Because what happened was, after they came out of the vehicle, witnesses will give you the details of what happened. They took out their pistols and they started shooting many times. We're not sure, it could be 15-20 times from some of the accounts that we have heard. Could be more, we're not sure, because the situation was chaotic. People were trying to run for their lives because this was indiscriminate shooting. They didn't even know these were police officers. Okay, so it's quite a serious situation. Now, Dinesh exited his vehicle, we understand, to walk towards to find out what is happening, at which point of time the police started shooting at him, point blank range. We understand he was initially shot in his arm, the bullet exiting, and he was also shot at the side of the head and the bullet exited. Now I spoke to the pathologist. At close range. I spoke to the pathologist, Dr. Noliza from KLGH, a couple of days ago. One bullet entered the back of the head or the side of the head, what is called the mastoid area, and exited cleanly through the other side under the ear. Okay, and the trajectory of the bullet was horizontal. The second bullet entered the arm and exited above. Okay, now a few issues arise. The police have already put out a version which has been carried by some of the print media that these victims, Dinesh and some others, had tried to attack the police. The police then opened fire in self-defense and Dinesh was killed. I want to tell you this morning, after having recorded or listened to the witnesses and the family members, we can tell you that the police version is a tissue of lies. This is not what happened. What happened was, everyone was in a panic. The police came out, they started shooting. No one was armed. Dinesh was unarmed and he was shot dead in cold blood. Now, few questions arise. Number one, why was it not possible for heavily armed policemen to just wound Dinesh and take him alive if they had any grounds to arrest Dinesh? The police have no answer to that. And in fact, Dinesh was shot and injured in the arm. He was already incapacitated. Why did they put in the killer shot to his head? There's no answer. Now, the second point is this. These are policemen armed with firearms. There is no suggestion even from the police cover-up version in the print media that these individuals were armed with firearms themselves. Why do policemen armed with firearms have to shoot dead any person instead of making an arrest, or if it is necessary simply shooting to wound? This is another big question mark. Now, Dinesh had no criminal record whatsoever. He's a hard-working young man with a clean record, and there was no basis to shoot him in that manner. He was about to get married. His young fiancée is here. Okay? His father is 69 years old. He's got a large family and they are undergoing tremendous pain as a result of this horrible act. Now, I just want to add that this has happened many times, over and over again, and yet we see that the police have refused to change their ways and have continued in their manner. Now, the most disturbing aspect of the shooting on 21st August, okay, which happened near Ampang Point, if I didn't mention that, is this. We have witnesses who say that the police were standing around with their guns and were just shooting away, point blank all over the place, at the cars that were parked at a traffic light, because this series of cars had stopped at a traffic light. We have witnesses that say the police were indiscriminately shooting, and we have also got cars of victims where the bullets have penetrated the cars, the bullet holes are there to prove what we are saying. Okay, so in short, it looks like what we have here is a full-scale police rampage shooting of a kind, I think, that has not been seen recently. Any unlawful killing, whether by an ordinary person or by a policeman, is murder. If the police shoot someone without reasonable cause, it is murder. It is nothing, it is less than murder just because it is a policeman who is shooting. This is something that the Home Ministry and the government don't seem to understand or accept. Shootings by the police of innocent people is murder. Therefore, this should be classified as there should be a full-scale murder investigation in this case. All those policemen who were involved should be suspended immediately. Okay, this is very important. And I also want to add, Latifah mentioned about the witnesses having been remanded and their remand being extended. Okay, now this was a blatant attempt to keep the witnesses and to interfere with the key witnesses to the shooting. In other words, it's part of the police cover-up process. That's why they were arresting these people, that's why they're keeping these people. But I want to give a warning to the Home Minister Hishamuddin and the IGP Ismail Omar that today we have had witnesses who have come forward in this press conference. We have also other witnesses who can corroborate what they have said, and we want to issue a clear warning to the Home Minister Hishamuddin and IGP from Parti Keadilan: do not touch, harass or intimidate these witnesses, because we know the modus operandi of how Hishamuddin and his police force work, the police leadership work. They are going to try and go after these witnesses, they are going to try and harass them, they may try to arrest them, and we are giving a warning to Hishamuddin: do not try it this time or you will face strict protests. Because I think the people are concerned, because the whole thing is, there has been a long debate and discussion about the crime rate, and this is what Hishamuddin is trying to show the people, that is doing something about the crime rate by randomly shooting innocent people. This is in a way a reaction to the pressure that they have been facing by their failure to stem crime in this country. So that we want to be very clear about that. And also, again, I want to say this very clearly so there's no doubt what message we are giving in. There is a police cover-up in the death of Dinesh Dharmasena. I say it as clearly as possible so the authorities will take note. They have already started the cover-up. The cover-up started when they issued that statement to the print media, lying blatantly that Dinesh had tried to attack them and they opened fire in self-defense. This is another police cover-up. And it is shocking, it is disturbing that the police keep doing the same thing and the BN government is supporting this. We intend to fight this and we're going to put an end to this.